What's going on, guys? It is Co-Central here, and today I'll be reviewing Goliath at Six Flags Over Georgia. This is a phenomenal coaster, guys. This coaster is a B&M Hypercoaster and my personal top 5 B&M Hypercoasters I have ridden, and this ride is packed with airtime, and actually it has a little bit of intensity to this ride during that helix. So what I'll be doing today is be talking about all of the things I liked about this coaster and giving you in-depth details and everything I love about this coaster. So the stats of this coaster is located at Six Flags Over Georgia. It's made by B&M. It is 200 feet tall, exactly, just to make it a hypercoaster. It is 70 miles per hour. It has an angle of descent of 59 degrees, and it is 4,480 feet long. So this is some pretty solid stats. Definitely not the best. For very short. It's smaller for some B&M hypercoasters, but it still looks massive compared to Six Flags Over Georgia because it just wraps around the road and where you in the entrance, and it looks massive. So yeah, of course this coaster has the great B&M clamshell restraints, which are really good. They are really comfortable. And what I'm gonna be doing now is I'll just be going through through the start of the ride and just going through the whole thing and telling you element by element and how good each element is. Now you're gonna leave the station and you're gonna go over a little bit and you're gonna go up this 200-foot lift hill and really do great views of Georgia and Six Flags Over Georgia, and you actually can see a little bit of Atlanta, and it's really cool how you can see the nice skyline. I love Atlanta's skyline. And you're gonna go down this massive drop, very fun drop. Definitely not the best, but it banks a little bit. But it still is a great drop in the back seat. Always best seat. And it's a great drop, and you're gonna go up through this first massive airtime hill, and you're gonna get a ton of floater airtime on this hill. You are absolutely flying out of your seat. It definitely isn't the best airtime hill on a B&M hypercoaster, but it still is. And what you should do on this coaster is that you should you shouldn't put the clamshell restraints. Sometimes they can press down on you really hard and it makes you not get airtime. Well, what you should do is let it up a little bit, and that will make it so you you can get some nice decent airtime. That's just a little tip. So yeah, you'll go through that nice airtime hill, bank a little bit, and you're gonna go there's another airtime hill very similar to the first one, basically the same thing really, and then you're gonna go through this massive helix. Now this is definitely the most intense part of the ride. You really pull some G's in that helix, and it really gets a really fun helix. It's probably the only intense part of the ride. And I definitely am glad they have that helix on it. And then you go through another airtime hill, great floor airtime. Later in this ride, I will show you. It will give you some injector, but still, most of this ride has floater. And then you're gonna go bank to your right, and you go through these 2 airtime hills in a row. Now these airtime hills are floater / ejector. You really do get some nice airtime on them. Back to back, they look really cool right next to everything in it. The second one goes over Georgia Scorcher, which looks really good. And then you're gonna go down, and this surprised me. I went on it, and then near the end, it actually gives you a very good pop of ejector airtime. And if you don't know it's gonna happen, and if you don't think it's gonna happen, it's definitely gonna surprise you. You're actually gonna fly out of your seat, and then you hit the brakes. So yeah, that is a really good part of the ride, just that ejector airtime hill surprising you. Yeah, so this coaster is a great coaster. Tons of airtime. I definitely do think it's the best coaster Six Flags Over Georgia. But Twisted Cyclone may be a little better than this coaster when it opens. I would like for Twisted Cyclone to be better, just because I would love for a new coaster to be better than the other one. Just make a better coaster lineup. So it's time for the overall score of this coaster. I'm gonna give this coaster a 9 out of 10. It's definitely a very solid coaster. In my top 5 B&M hypercoasters, and I definitely really do enjoy this coaster. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys later.